On Mondays, we highlight Western New Yorkers who are contributing to Buffalo's Renaissance.
And as 2 on your side's Kelly Dudzik tells us tonight, you're probably already familiar with the work that this week's City Shaper is doing.
This week's City Shaper is someone who's designing a lot of the new spaces you're seeing popping up across Western New York.
The beach at Canalside, the bike ferry space, the Williamsville Mill, and parts of the Botanical Gardens are all part of Joy Keebler's portfolio.
I don't have my name on a truck and I don't cut grass, but what I do design are parks and public squares and waterfronts and cityscapes.
Joy is a landscape architect, a designer of the public realm. She's a North Tonawanda native who moved to Florida after college and came back to Western New York 20 years ago.
What brought you back here?
I was sure that Buffalo would have a renaissance even in 1998, and I wanted to be here when that happened.
Joy is busy shaping Buffalo's community spaces, and she's enjoying every minute of it.
I grew up here in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and there was this very defeatist attitude. And I think the biggest change, the biggest reason for the catalyst has really been that we are now starting to really believe in ourselves and to value ourselves in a way that we hadn't before.
One of Joy's latest projects, the Winter Garden at Oishei Children's Hospital, brought her team indoors.
Everything from how you deal with soil and sunlight and wind is totally different in a created space inside. And when Kaleido approached us about this project, the vision had always been to have big trees that could almost be seen from the road.
Giant trees weren't practical, so instead, Joy found hardy plants that will grow to create a canopy. She also made sure the space would be easy for wheelchairs to move around in and brought nature inside for kids to experience up close.
These will be filled with growing media, and the kids can have vegetables and herbs in here, and so they can work in the garden, have a seat, and then when they're done, it gets tucked back up against the wall. We also have these butterflies, which are really, really fun, and they are responsive. So it gives us, again, that's just that little bit of whimsy.
Now that the Winter Garden is open, Joy is excited to see what's next for Buffalo.
I really see the next piece of Buffalo's continued growth and resurgence around strengthening its neighborhoods, strengthening its walkability. It would be great if Buffalo's love affair with a car could kind of shift to a love affair with walking and multimodal transportation.
In Buffalo, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.